Warning, if you're offended by the word cremated, then this may not be the video for you. If you're offended by absolutely everything because you're bored and you've got no real life problems, then this definitely isn't even the channel for you. So, you've been warned. Hi everyone. I'm at that point today where I'm actually worried about humanity. If you watch this channel, you'll know that I'm not a great lover of humans in general. But I'm finding myself that I'm actually concerned for them. I'm concerned for their well-being and their mental health. Normally I don't give a shit, but today I'm actually like, do you know what? People really are pathetic. In case you don't know, Jeffree Star's new eyeshadow palette is called Cremated, and because we're in the middle of a pandemic, some people are just so offended that they can't get on with their day and they can't deal with their life. And it's just the most pathetic thing I've ever witnessed. A few videos ago I posted about how it's impossible to please everybody, so there's no point in trying to please anybody, and I'll link that video in the description box below. And I didn't even have this video planned for today at all. I wasn't even going to make a video, but after I seen these comments I was like, do you know what? Stop. Just stop. It's gone too far. People have just lost the plot. I can't remember all the tweets off the top of my head, but I'm going to randomly post some of them up here, and it is just too much. Like, people really need to either go on antidepressants, see a psychiatrist, get some sort of help, because if you're going to be offended by the word cremated, you don't really stand a chance in the rest of your life. Like, seek help. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know that you're online and you're typing things and you're saying, oh, my dad died 5 years ago and he had to get cremated and this has brought back painful memories. It's so disrespectful. Right, okay, you've got your attention now, move on with the rest of your day, hen. For everybody out there watching this video who's already started attacking me in the comments, like, Jeffree Star done this, Jeffree Star said that. Like, this isn't really about Jeffree Star. This is about people being offended over absolutely nothing. Personally, I don't like the palette and I'm not going to be buying it, but that doesn't mean to say that other people out there aren't allowed to like it. When he released the Jawbreaker palette, he was being attacked because it was supposedly clown makeup and people didn't want to wear bright colours. Alright, don't buy it then, it's still sold out. When he brought out the blue palette, people were saying, nobody wears blue eyeshadow. I like wearing blue eyeshadow, some of my friends like wearing it. It's still sold out. If you don't like it, don't buy it. That's how simple it is in life. I seen a comment today that was something like, this is really bad timing, nobody's got $58, nobody's got a job. There's plenty of people out there with jobs. I've got a job, I make money on YouTube. I was going to use my YouTube money to buy the palette, but I don't like it, so that's money saved, no big deal, move on, I'll buy the next one. For the past few months, people have been asking him when is his next release, when is he re-releasing the Conspiracy palette. So there's people out there who have got money. The whole world doesn't stop because you don't have a job. The whole world doesn't stop because you don't have money. That's not how it works, okay? In regards to people being offended about the word cremated when we're in the middle of a pandemic, my brain doesn't even fathom that. When I found out it was going to be called Cremated, I didn't think anything of it at all, because he's always saying, oh my god, I'm deceased, I'm deceased, I'm deceased. So if he'd have brought out a palette called Deceased, would people have said, oh my god, I know somebody who's deceased, I know somebody who's died? That's offensive. He says it all the time. It's not even an offensive word. It's so clear to me that these people are just so desperate for attention that they'll use anything, they will use any excuse whatsoever to get it. And it's heartbreaking because these people, they're pathetic. And I know it's not nice to say that, but they really are pathetic. I feel as if there's 4 types of people in the world. People who are offended by absolutely everything. And sometimes they're not offended, but they're just using it as an excuse. Like when the people were commenting, oh, I know somebody who got cremated 2 weeks ago, so I'm offended. You just wanted everybody to know that you know somebody who was cremated 2 weeks ago, and you just want attention. And you're like, oh, notice me please. I know somebody who was cremated and now I want attention for it. But nobody cares. Then you have people who strive to offend others. For example, I get some negative comments on my videos, and there's been times where I've went on and the same person has commented, "You're ugly, you're annoying, I don't like your videos," on like 6 videos in a row. And I think, right, you don't like me, but you've spent this time actually clicking on my videos and commenting on each video, giving me view time and giving me more money. If I don't like somebody, I just don't watch the video. Thanks for the comment though, because it gives me more views and it helps me, so, you know, I appreciate it. Your opinion of me literally doesn't matter. And actually, I find a lot of negative comments quite hilarious. If I wake up in the morning and I check my comments and I've got people being nasty to me, half the time I'm pissing myself laughing at them. You've then had that same person come back later on and comment on your videos again from a different account. So that means that that person has hated me so much that they've went away and they've been thinking about me throughout that day, and they've decided to log into a different account and come back and click on my videos and comment again. Because they want attention. They want me to notice them. They want me to react to them. And meanwhile, I'm just laughing at them. I very rarely block people on YouTube, but one time a guy was leaving quite a lot of nasty comments, which were overall pretty funny, but he also started saying things that were racist, and I was like, do you know what? I don't support racism, I don't find it funny, I don't find it amusing in the slightest, so I blocked him. And I think like 2 days later, he commented on one of my Twitter posts, and I blocked him, and then he made another Twitter account, and I blocked him again, and then he made another Twitter account, and I blocked him again, and I think in total he made 5 Twitter accounts, right, to come and attack me. And I thought, how much time do you have to make these email addresses, right? I understand it doesn't take long to make an email address, but how much time do you have to do that and then come onto Twitter, look me up, look up my posts and comment? Like, what else do you do with your life? Is that all you've got to do with your life? The person was obviously insane. Like, who does that? I'm planning on making a video about people who do things like this, because about 2 weeks ago, I got a private mail on Facebook and I was talking about this person who I used to know. But then, as they were speaking, I was thinking, that doesn't really sound like them. So then when I clicked on the profile, and there was like pictures and that of them, but then when I really scrolled back, I realised that it wasn't actually them I was speaking to, it was somebody who I used to go out with. And I was like, they've actually changed the name on their profile and put pictures up to make me think that that's them so that they can talk to me. That's really worrisome. Can you imagine somebody taking up so much space in your brain that you take time to do something like that? I can't even imagine living a life like that. You see it all the time on Facebook when you read the comments and somebody's just stated their opinion, nothing offensive, and then somebody right underneath it, what the fuck would you know? Go and get a feed. What the fuck would you know? You're fat. What the fuck would you know? You're ugly. And I think these people are supposed to be adults, and that's the sort of response you would expect from a child. Somebody with a completely unevolved brain. It's people like that come out with these insults, and you read through the comments and you're like, oh my god, like, how do people get through their life acting like this? Then you get people who just do not give a fuck and they're not offended by anything. Now, I will admit that I do get offended by people saying racist slurs or telling racist jokes, because I don't find that funny and I don't see any need for it. I don't understand it at all. But generally, if somebody attacks me, I don't care. I think that's one of the reasons why I ended up making YouTube videos, because at first I was worried that people were going to attack me, and then once they started attacking me, I was like, you're so irrelevant that it doesn't even matter. Do you know what I mean? Your slaggings are shit, your patter's pish, and you don't mean anything. You're only giving me more money, so it's fine. Then you get people who are offended by things that are actually offensive, and I know that that's different for everybody. Like, if you said to me, you're fat, I'd be like, aye, I know. But if you said to somebody who didn't have a lot of self-confidence or who really didn't like their weight, and they would be offended and they might even go home and kill themselves over it. Everybody's different. but don't be offended by a word, cremated. It's just a fucking word. There's eyeshadow palettes out there that are the shape of coffins, or the pans of the shape of a coffin, and do you get people going, oh my god, my granny died and she get put into a coffin before she get buried? I don't think you should bring that out. No, they don't, because they're not idiots. I know I'm going to have people in the comments saying it's the fact that it's called cremated in the middle of a pandemic and people are dying. People are always dying. People die every minute, every day. That's always going to happen. So if you're going to be offended by it now, you're always going to be offended by it. The name for this palette was copyrighted back in 2019. This had been planned for a long time. He doesn't just go, oh, do you know what, I think I'll bring out a palette and get it all designed and bring it out within the space of a week. There's months and months of planning in advance. Everybody knows this. So it's not as if he went, oh, do you know what, there's a pandemic, do you know what would be hilarious? One will name it cremated and will offend everybody. No, let's just say he decided that this was inappropriate and he didn't want to offend people, so he decided to change the name of the palette. He's probably already had all the sleeves for the palettes printed, right? I don't know how many get printed, but let's just estimate 1 million, right? So he's changed the name of the palette. They now have to go through all the palettes, take off all the sleeves and destroy them, or just put them in the bin. People would be like, oh my god, he's wasted all that packaging. He doesn't care about the environment. He doesn't care about animals. He's just wasted all these sleeves. He's just wasted all that money. Oh my god, he could have gave that money to charity. Like, there's no pleasing people. I can't even cope with life at this point. The real problem isn't the name of Jeffree's palette. The real problem is that people are bored and they spend so much time on the internet watching TikTok videos, watching YouTube and ripping people to bits. Oh, I don't like the way you dress. I don't like the way you wear your hair. You're fat. You need to go on a diet. Oh my god, you're anorexic. Your ribs are sticking out. And they don't take 3 minutes of the day to stand up and look in the mirror and go, do you know what? I'm not perfect. I'm not stunning. I'm not beautiful. Even if you look in the mirror and think that you're absolute perfection, that doesn't give you the right to turn around and slag somebody's dress sense or how they look or their weight or anything like it. Because guess what? No matter how amazing you think you are, you're actually not perfect. And if you're going on and speaking to people in that way online, you're just a cunt. You've got these TikTok videos going about where people are making fun of disabled people and they think that that's hilarious. But then they're probably the people who are offended because their dad got cremated 5 years ago and the palette's called cremated. Fucking arseholes. The world is so insane that if Jeffree had brought out a palette about life and he called it birth, people would have been like, oh my god, you can't call it birth. I just had a miscarriage. Oh my god, I'm so offended. You've brought back all these painful memories because I just lost a baby and you've called that palette birth. Oh my god, you're so insensitive. And that's not even an exaggeration. That is how bad people are now. That is how insane the world is. And people need to like find a hobby or, you know, do something constructive with their life, because if you are offended that a palette is called cremated, you have got a long, long, difficult road ahead of you in life. And I hope that you seek the help that you need, because you're not going to make it. Anyway, let me know in the comment section what you thought of Jeffree's new palette, and if you were offended by the name. Like, were you so offended that you couldn't even get to sleep last night because you know somebody who was cremated when you were 5 years old and you're just so not over it? Or are you thinking it's just a name? You know what I mean? Like, got on with your life, I've got other things to worry about. I'm actually quite excited to see some of the negative comments that I get in this video, because they give me and my pals a good laugh. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Bye!